Welcome, everyone. Sorry about that. Happy Saturday afternoon to all of you. Yeah, we're just gonna kick it and have a little fun. I got bored. I figured I'd go live, hang out with you guys a little bit. Um, but oh, look who's here! Robert Berg. Robert Berg is here. Hello, Robert Berg. Have you turned in your assignment, Mr. Berg? Oh yeah, this is gonna be a silly one, y'all. This is gonna be a silly one. Um, Let me just kind of kick it with y'all a little bit in the chat, real quick. Jillian Blood, Platform Boots, Nicole Marie, Lisa Swanson, Laced in Chains Lindsay, the first one here, Maria Wilcox, Mad Missy. Yes, Mad Missy, you made a live. I will not be doing anything profound. I will not be talking about anything. I don't know. Who knows? I might get in the mood. But we I had a little fun last night. Some of y'all may have heard it. You just didn't know it was me. But some of y'all may have heard it. Um Oh man. I am silly. As Anthrax put it, I should be in detention. I should be in detention. What's up, Rhonda G? Catherine 662. I apologize if you guys hear my fan. My AC broke down again. It's a pain, man. But I don't know. Whenever I feel like getting around to it, I will fix it. Villanelle. I feel like that's a soft double L. Outside the box with Chloe Joe. Hello. Platform Boots. I think I already said hi to you, Platform Boots. What's up, Hugh Janus? So I know you guys are probably thinking, what's with the Bullhorn Betty hashtag? Glare, I thought you said you were going to be done covering her and reviewing her. Listen, we're not going to really review her so much, okay? I was hanging out with my buddy Jack Daniels last night. Looked like Betty. I clicked on YouTube, started scrolling, and who pops up in my news feed but old Betty. She's live, and and seems like she was hanging out with her version of Jack Daniels herself. She was having a little party by herself with her subs and whatnot. But she opened her phone lines. I'm sorry. she opened she opened her phone lines. As you guys who know me, there's no fucking way that I could ever resist that. Like, there was just no fucking way that I could resist that. And it went, aside from the sound issues, because it was a phone call and I had my earbuds in, and I guess their batteries were low on it or something. So the sound isn't great, okay? But the sound isn't great. So if you got earbuds yourself, I suggest you put them in. Yeah, because I made her a little mad. And I don't think until this very moment that she knows it was me who called in, because she was accusing Blank Screen, who's been gloriously trolling her. I don't know this blank screen, but this blank screen is always welcome in my chat. But yeah, Hugh Janus, I'm with you. It is just too easy. Yeah, I'm in a silly, giggly mood right now, y'all. Carrie BK. Oh my God. I gotta tell you, man, it was so much fun. I'm just gonna let a few more people join in. I don't think I'm not expecting a whole bunch of listeners right now. This wasn't a very well planned live. I don't do much of those right now lately, as you guys know. I'm kind of working shit out with my channel, but I'm not gonna stop hanging out with you guys in the meantime. I mean, come on now. Bex, it's so funny that you should say that. Bex is asking, did I serenade her? She serenaded me, actually. Yeah. And it was just, it was just short of divine. It was just short of divine. So like, I can't stop. I can't resist fucking with her. I just can't, because I don't take her seriously at all. I really don't. Other than, and I'm not going to jump on my soapbox because I said I wasn't going to do that anymore. But other than the clear interference of the Summer Wells investigation that she is clearly a big part of, as far as what TBI was saying is impeding on their investigation and making their investigation more difficult. She's obviously one of, if not the YouTuber that they were referring to at the time during the press conference of Summer Wells' disappearance anniversary. But let me just go ahead and hold on. I gotta put my ear. Here we go. Get my cans on. Let me know if the sound's all right, y'all.
Don't know what you're gonna get. Are you going to get murdered? Are we getting murdered up in the house of Bullhorn Betty? That girl's.
Now she's got a little buzz going. She's got a little buzz going. But see, I screen recorded this because I knew she wasn't gonna keep this up. For a little minute there after this was done, she did put it on members only, on a members only setting. Because she was like, I could just picture her. You know what? If you're going to troll me, I'm going to make money off of it. Blah, blah, blah. People are going to listen to me get made a fool of. I'm going to make some money. But then she took it down and she just made it private. But I don't, like I said, I don't really review her or cover her anymore. I'll leave that up to Toast and whoever else, and all the great clip channels. But this I wasn't not going to put in the archives, folks.
Night. Did you guys see that night? Night was a little scary on that thumbnail.
Somebody's calling.
It's Bullhorn Betty. How you doing, baby?
Oh my God, am I on with Bullhorn Betty right now?
You are on the phone with Bullhorn Betty. Who is this?
Hey, listen, long time listener, first time caller, but oh my God.
Are you serious? We got security in the house, God. Guys.
I've been waiting to talk to you forever. You have no idea. You got no idea, Bullhorn Betty. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. Who am I speaking to? You're like making my heart kind of just jump out of my chest.
Wow.
You're
okay. As now, I would be remiss if I did not point out that it doesn't take much, does it, Betty? Wow. I mean, I really, I mean, dude, dating sites, they work. they work. You know what I mean? There's no shame in it these days. There's no shame in the dating sites these days. I promise you, everybody does it. I'm on dating sites on the apps. I'm doing that. I mean, I never act on it. I'm just too, I don't know, like not anymore. Not anymore. I'm just like, do I really want to meet that person? Not really. And I just leave it alone. But Betty, Jesus Christ.
And my heart's jumping. Oh my God. I can't even believe I'm talking to you right now. Everything you did with the Gabby Petito thing and you was just there for the, oh my God. I can't even believe I'm finally talking to you.
I'm waving myself. I'm getting too hot up in this house. What is up with you?
Betty.
It's me that's getting hot. Are you kidding? It's me. I mean, I don't mean it like that. I don't want
Hey,
to
if you did, you know I'm a single woman. I'm just joking.
In no way, shape,
You weren't
or form
joking.
do I want to be disrespectful to you, Bullhorn Betty. Oh my God, you are the queen.
You're making my heart just go. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh my God.
So let me ask you, Mr.
Now, for those of you, okay, trolling 101, folks, okay? The trick, the secret, it's not even a secret. The key to a good troll, know the subject you're trolling. Know them. Know them better than they know themselves. Take advantage of their lack of self-awareness and their ego.
Caller, are you single?
Am I single? Well, I mean, between everybody here, you know, listening and everything, I am.
Well, cheers.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know.
I don't know. I'm a prude. I don't know what you mean.
No, you're not.
Explain it. You know, us girls in here are getting a little hot up in the.
Oh, look, I got her
in the
$10.
party room
I got her a
tonight. What's going
$9.89
on?
super chat. Look at that.
I,
You're welcome, Betty.
I'm just trying to listen. I don't mean to be that guy. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be that guy. I'm just, you know, I don't want to be smooth and everything with you and everything. I just don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to be smooth with Betty.
Betty.
I don't know how to be smooth with Betty.
You were there.
Hi,
You were there.
I'm dying here.
Screaming and yelling. Oh my God.
I gotta tell you, I don't know who you are, but I already love you already. Like
She loves me.
There's no way that
Y'all heard it. She loves me.
You have no idea how much I love you. You know, I got pictures of you.
You're not a stalker, are you?
Wait, what?
Oh, she's like hoping I'm a stalker.
Listen,
That's the weird shit,
Just
dude.
because somebody.
Listen, when somebody, it was really hard to keep this troll going because like I was learning so much about her as I was trolling her. It's a really weird experience. Totally different from just listening, I promise. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, wow, she wants me to stalk her. Like she actually would be flattered at the idea of someone stalking her, which is really fucked up and dangerous. And I really never even considered that level of where her dangerous antics can go. Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm having a hard time wording this, but I mean, it could so backfire on her in such a negative way, and I do not want that to happen. I really hope that doesn't happen. And yet, subconsciously, she welcomes this. It's really fucked up.
Hangs up a picture of a celebrity. That makes him a stalker. That automatically makes him a stalker.
No, of course. I mean, if you call me a celebrity, you're probably my biggest fan. I mean, I can handle this.
Yeah, I had to downplay the stalker thing because I realized it was just kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? She was into it, dude. Like she's fucking lit up right now, like turned on. It's so fucking weird.
Right? Come on now. Come on now.
Is this already Shell? Is already Shell hitting on me?
What?
Wait, who?
Hello, who are you? I'm just joking.
I didn't know what to do with that. She stumped me. Like
You got me so blushy, my cheeks hurt at this
I was
point.
just up here trying to tell you how much I like you and everything. And I think you're doing great things.
Thank
Okay? I think you're doing great things.
now at this point, I'm trying to butter her up because I'm really trying to ease into. And there's just no way to do it. I realized, well, maybe I just wasn't good enough, but I was trying to ease into like really getting her to admit fucked up shit. And I as soon as I bring the stuff up, she gets really defensive. Like she turns hateful, folks. Like it's crazy. Watch.
Like all that stuff you're doing with the school board and everything. I've been watching you. I'm like, man, that lady, she's got cajoles. That lady's got cajoles.
Cajoles.
So let me ask you. So everybody's very interested in you. You're a very exciting guy tonight. So and I'm watching my
Exciting, y'all.
chat. So may I ask who you are and where you're calling from?
Ma'am, this is called.
She already wants my personal information. She already wants to know who I am. I gotta find this dude. I gotta know who he is, because if he's for real, he's mine.
Jack Daniels and male dominance. Okay, that's what this is called. You understand? This is
Half of that was true because there was Jack Daniels involved. I did not feel masculinely dominant. I just felt dominant. Intellectually dominant.
This is what we do. Okay? This is what we do. All right? I'm from Florida. I'm from the central part of Florida.
Whoa.
Now, I did this very purposely. I knew I could almost quote her verbatim before she even said anything. That is the reason why I said that I lived in Florida. Because here she is acting like her show is a fucking dating site.
You're from where?
The central part of Florida.
You do know that I am also a resident of the beautiful state of Florida.
Get out of
I
town.
know you've been to Florida.
No.
What? You went
Born
no,
and
you
raised.
In my backyard. You are not in my backyard, girl.
Born and raised. I was born in Mansion Memorial Hospital. Been in Florida, the state of Florida, my whole entire life. I have traveled the roads of the east coast of Florida and actually went over to Central Florida, Orlando. I have made
Now we get the fucking biography. Awesome.
many debuts with my bullhorn.
Holy.
With her
I'm
bullhorn.
gonna stop myself because I know that these channels do something with money or whatever, but I'm gonna stop myself because I don't want to give no cuss words. All right, I live around a lot of churches. Okay, a lot of churches, and I don't want nobody to, because we all around here listen to you. All of us around here listen to you.
So people are actually coming out. They're assuming this because you're so excited about Bullhorn Betty. They're actually
So
begging
excited.
you as blank
Sunday
screen.
afternoon, okay? Because I go in there Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. I come out of there late Sunday afternoon, and always
I go in early Sunday morning and come out of church late Sunday afternoon. Every Sunday, y'all, which I don't. And no disrespect to churchgoers here. It was just, it works for the character I was, kind of making up as I was going along here. But, it just worked for that.
talk about is Betty. At the potlucks, all we talk about is Betty.
Now you're going overboard. So tell me, what's your favorite hymn?
What's my favorite what?
Your favorite hymn in your church?
My favorite hymn, y'all. She wants to know my favorite hymn. She's setting up, folks, for something glorious.
Guy, you just talked about church, and now you guys are all talking about Bullhorn Betty after church. You're raising the roof with Bullhorn Betty. So what's your favorite hymn? What's your favorite hymn?
My favorite hymn that we sing at church is...
And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, she stumped me here because I couldn't. Maybe it was the whiskey, but I couldn't think of a hymn that I mean, I know plenty of hymns because I used to go to church. I went through a phase, you know what I mean? And I used to go to this Pentecostal church actually. And I was really trying to think of one and I couldn't. And I didn't think that, I mean, it didn't hit me what she was actually doing here, which was setting something up, which you'll see.
Let's see. Let me think of the one. Let me think of the one that I was trying to think of the one that came up that last time your subject came up.
I think Toaster Oven's got it pegged. Amazing grace.
No. You had something special.
Trigger warning.
We were talking about the mountain. We were singing about the mountain of Zion, but we have 3 songs that we sing about the mountain of Zion.
She didn't give a fuck of anything that I was saying. She did not give a fuck of anything that I was saying. She just wanted to sing. I'm sitting there trying to talk to get her to stop.
Rich like me, I once was lost.
That's a fucking cherub, y'all.
It's beautiful.
But now I am found. Was blind, but now I see.
That was like the Holy Ghost just took my ears over. That was what that was like. Like I was actually tired of that song, and the Holy Ghost just took that. It just took my ears over because it was a new instrument that was singing that.
Oh, I'm going to hell, man.
Nobody knows until they know.
Wow. I hope everybody in the chat is right now raising your hands and praising the Lord that Bullhorn Betty is out there doing what she does.
I want to know who you are. I'm going to unmask you, mother.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm curious about that. I had a question about that.
Now, take note, folks. So far, we know that Betty has this desire to dox based on rage and based on whatever's happening in her pants so far. So far, this is what we know. Betty will dox somebody over or try to or want to at least. Because she didn't actually try. There was no way to actually try.
Actually. How is it that somebody who has, for the last couple of live streams, been advocating against going...
Watch her face. Watch her face. How angry it gets. Like, the rage comes over her. Every police report, we're getting a glimpse of what her face looked like prior to 911 being called.
Real life wants to know who somebody is in real life. Can you answer that?
I sure can.
For your audience, please.
Sure can. Don't come on Bullhorn Betty's channel, flatter the hell out of her, and then say, I'm going to be incognito and anonymous. It's going to make me want to.
She's mad right now. Right now, she's like, shit, I just got catfish, trolled, God knows what else, all in one right now.
Everybody deserves
peel
their
back
right
the
to
layer of the
privacy.
audience. It's going to make me want to look
Why does
behind the
every
curtain.
single person deserve their right to privacy? Can you answer that?
What is the question?
Why doesn't every single person that goes on YouTube or any social media platform deserve their right to privacy?
It's very simple. You have your right to privacy until you intrude on somebody else's. And you know what? If you see my face and I give you the opportunity to you're out.
Now, okay, she's mad as fuck right now. Exactly, Remy. Sorry. She's mad as fuck. Now, she's mad because she's being called out on something that she already knows is wrong. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made her mad. because if you notice what she just did, she just justified her actions. And when I said right to privacy, she was like, unless you come on my channel. And then she realizes in her head that what she does on her channel is not private. Once it's out there, it's out there. It's not private. You made it public, Betty. You made it public. So therefore, it's no longer private. So therefore, me being that caller, even though I'm joking, and even though I'm saying who I am now, I had my right to privacy, right? She wanted to know who I was. She wanted me on her channel to be like, my name is this, and I live in blah, 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 and I'm going to make a date with you, Betty. That's what she wanted. It was really fucking weird. And so, so here she realizes all of this in one moment. And as much time as it took for me to switch that and switch the table on her and go, why don't you think somebody deserves their right to privacy? And that is the only way I broke character. So she's still a little confused. She's like, wait a minute. I still want this guy to be this person who got me all hot and bothered at the beginning of this phone call.
Asking me a question, you're going to let me finish. You're going to let me finish. I just say.
Ooh, we just saw a little glimpse. Folks. You're going to let me finish. She just got mad, folks. This is how she gets mad. This is what the police reports are all about.
You going to
hush? I'm sorry.
You're going to hush up, and you're going to let me finish my sentence.
You're going to hush up.
If you're going to come on to YouTube, if you want to be anonymous, you can be anonymous. But you do not attack a person viciously. You do not go after a person to take them down. If you have a problem with a person, are you interrupting a woman yet again?
Oh, so now this wasn't planned. This wasn't exactly planned. I was just using the dominant male thing to create this character, which in my head at the time, I knew I was just kind of fucking with her because I know that she goes for like the cuck types, just total fucking pussies. So that's what I was trying to do. But now what she's doing is adding a bonus to that, which is she's basically using the fact that I use the term male dominance to describe myself as a weapon against me and say that I was being abusive towards a woman, that I'm being disrespectful to women because I interrupt what she's saying, even though she just wanted to go on a tangent and not be asked any questions because she is 150% on the defense right now.
On what you put out there, what if it's based on that?
What I put out there? Hey, you know what? It's fair game. But when you want to be anonymous and hide behind,
okay, now you just heard her, folks. Anything that she puts out there is fair game, right? Did she or did she not just say that? So why is she striking channels? That's what I'm curious about. Why is she striking channels? Why is she doxing creators like Hannibal and his family? Why is she doing everything in her power on her free time to find out who Burnt Toast is? But even you just hear her admit that everything that she does and puts out there on her channel is fair game. Yet she's trying to file lawsuits against people for reviewing her channel. Interesting.
I just sang for you. Calm down, baby. Calm down.
All right, I'm calm. I'm sorry, baby. It's just I love you so much.
Now, obviously, I'm just trying to keep her from hanging up on me at this point because I want her to say more.
And I'm trying to get a better understanding, and I want to put these people down. These people.
I don't want to put anybody down. You know what I want? I want people to live in harmony. I want people. This is what I.
Now there's always this shit, right? I keep hearing this bullshit. I hear it from creators I don't like. I hear it from creators I once liked. I keep hearing this bullshit to justify their bullshit behavior, which is some sort of weird justification for not having any core beliefs and conviction behind them. I just want everybody to live in a kumbaya, everybody gets along kind of world. That's all I want. I want everybody to live in a happy world where everybody gets along, but you really don't, do you? You really don't. What you want is for people to see things your way and only your way. And not have any type of negative opinion about you or express it publicly. Because you are worried about your own public image and only worried about your own public image. And the irony behind that is people who are that invested in their own public image. We see this all the time. People who are that invested in their own public image, ironically, do everything that they can to destroy their own public image. It's really, really fascinating.
You want to know what Bullhorn Betty wants? I want people to be comfortable in their own skin. I want.
Wow. Okay, now she's an advocate for everybody. For if you're a human being and you have a body, skin, it doesn't matter what color, people. It doesn't matter what size. It doesn't matter anything. We just want you to be happy at the Bullhorn Betty channel. That's all we want.
People to be able to come out here and be who they are.
Yeah, and the third person shit. Like I can't with that shit. Like I can't. I like, please fucking unsubscribe from me the day that I like deliberately and just, I just go with it and start referring to myself in a third person. The Glare doesn't do that. Like I might say shit like we don't do that on the Glare, meaning the channel. But I will never refer to myself as the Glarer unless I'm identifying myself on someone's panel. Other than that, I'm Will. Call me Will. That's it, man. Just call me Will. That's my name. The Glare is the name of my channel.
I'd like nothing more than anybody and everybody, no matter how they look, no matter how they talk, no matter how they are personally.
What she's doing right now is she's trying to make sure that somehow her viewers don't look at her as somebody who is trashing somebody with a Southern accent. Is that what she's doing? Because why is she bringing up how somebody talks? I mean, I'm the one who should get scrutiny for that because I am faking a Southern accent. I mean, now she knew I wasn't Dolly. I see people are like, was that? I mean, that was kind of my impression of Dolly, but not really. It was the same accent, but when I'm trying to sound like Dolly, I like to think I do a better job. But I wasn't actually trying to sound like Dolly. But definitely the same accent was there. And she was, if she thought like, she knew I wasn't Dolly because I'm of the belief that they speak quite regularly. Personally, I'm of that belief.
To be able to come out and express themselves 100, because you know what? You're allowed to be on here behind. You're interrupting.
What if what you are is hurting people? Is what I want to know. Is what if
I have never hurt a person in my life.
You didn't get anybody fired deliberately from their job by screaming at their job site through a bullhorn? You didn't do that. You didn't strangle somebody. You didn't hit somebody that you live with, that you tell that you love every day, or should if you live with them under those circumstances. I mean, you never hurt anybody, Betty, in your life. Really? You didn't harass Hannibal and his family? You didn't do that? Okay.
Excuse. Do you get to use the excuse that I'm just being who I am as a right to hurt somebody on YouTube?
Explain to me who I've hurt.
And put their information out there?
No. Blank screen. Now calm down a little bit.
Now, blank screen fucked me up. I think blank screen pushed her over the edge because I was in a position right there because she's about to hang up on me. And I was in a position right there to where I could start naming shit. And I was about to go into my real voice. I was about to just be like, hey, this is the glare. That would have probably been bad if I did that. That would have been probably bad. So I would have probably tried to ask her specific questions using the same voice because she would have gotten defensive immediately if I identified myself as the glare channel. So
I'm down a little bit. Take it down a notch.
And of course, she has to control everything. Like you see her face right now. She is just plain angry. She doesn't like the fact that there is a cellular connection putting a distance between us physically to where she can't put her hands on me.
Yeah. You're saying that me having an entertainment channel that focuses on true crime is somehow injuring somebody? First and foremost, before you answer that.
It's not what I said.
I've never had a child disappear. I've never had anybody around me.
How is that relevant? So let's just kind of dissect that particular comment. When she's here defending herself in this statement about whether or not she's hurt anybody, how she explains how she's never hurt anybody is by saying that she's never had a child disappear. I want you to think about that for a second. Think about the type of person that would think that way. Because anybody in this chat, anybody listening, whether you're a subscriber of mine, a lurker, or a subscriber of Betty's, and a follower and supporter of Betty's, many of you have children. Many of you have or have had small children. And any of you, mine, hers, lurkers, anybody, could have a child go missing. I want you to consider that for a second. Let's just take a second and consider that. At any given time, because it's not necessarily the parent's fault that a child goes missing. You can't keep your eyes on your kid every second of every moment of every day. You cannot. It's physically impossible. Anybody could have their child go missing. But somehow that's a measure as to somebody who hurts people. Is if you have your child go missing. That is somehow a measure of whether or not you're capable of hurting someone, as far as she's concerned. Think about that.
That's been murdered, raped, or injured. I actually go out there. Now, mind you, I have been out.
So she's never, not just a child go missing, but nobody in her life that has ever been raped, murdered, or injured, right? Now, we know that's not true on the injured part. We know that for a fact. And I don't think that she's raped anybody. And I don't think that she's murdered anybody because I don't think that she's smart enough to get away with murder. So, yeah. But we know for a fact because there are within 42 different arrest records, many of them are violent crimes, domestic violent crimes.
Outside of the murdered, every single thing I've listed, I've been a victim of.
Except for the 42 things where you were not the victim, according to an arresting officer.
Okay? So if anybody's going to be out there and advocating for people, it should be somebody that falls in line with that. And I'm sorry, whether you agree or disagree, you do not control. You do, hold on. You do not control. You do not control.
Go ahead.
You do not control this woman.
You don't control me. All of a sudden, I'm already, now this is what's really fucked up. I'm already somebody that she in some weird way, shape, or form had committed to on a romantic level. Because she's talking to me like I am a person in her life that is personal to her, trying to control her.
You do not control who I am, how I think, what comes out of my mouth, what I do, how I do it. You have no control over that. You know what you have control over? You have control over yourself and yourself only. Just like I have control over myself and myself only. So if you don't like what
See the save? See the save there? She got blue pissed. Realized that she was live. Because the drinking mind, it slows down a little bit. You know, as somebody who likes the drink once in a while myself, I can absolutely confirm that. But I could see her drinking mind working right now.
I'm doing, move on. It's simple as that. And good day to you, sir.
But what if what you're doing is hurting people?
I've never hurt a person in my life. The only people that have been hurt is me. Good day.
And she's the victim. Now watch this. Let's watch her reaction from that phone call. Because right now she's fuming.
I don't like trolls. Don't hijack my call on a Friday night. Thank you for giving me courtesy and making me blush. But now you know why you're my ex-boyfriend. And
what? Let's have a moment of silence there, folks. Right before I play that one more time.
if you don't like what I'm doing, move on. It's simple as that. And good day to you, sir.
But what if what you're doing is hurting people?
I've never hurt a person in my life. The only people that have been hurt is me. Good day. I don't like trolls. Don't hijack my call on a Friday night. Thank you for giving me courtesy and making me blush. But now you know why you're my ex-boyfriend instead of my man. Just saying.
Wow.
We're ready for more calls because we need to dust that asshole off, right? And I do believe we just heard blank screen's real voice. I could be wrong. But I think we just heard it.
Betty, paranoia is not a good look.
And he's got a country twang. You're live. You know that, right?
I'm going to beat your ass if
I
you
know.
take another fucking call like that.
Oh man, y'all. Yeah, so that was my that was the highlight. That was my highlight 13 minutes of last night. Besides, I've been watching this show, man, like on Hulu, because it's now complete. I have this thing where I start a TV show and then it like only one season's out. I get hooked on it, and I keep doing that too, by the way. I keep doing that to myself. And then I gotta wait like 2 years for like the next season, and it really sucks. Like literally, it takes like 2 years. And then I forget what the fuck happened in the last season. I don't know. It leaves you with a cliffhanger, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't remember what happened. They give you some half-ass recap, but anyway, The Killing is a show that I started watching on TV without using like a streaming service. Is a great show because now I'm like on the last season and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so fucking crazy. So I spent most of my night doing that. But I also spend a little time scrolling through YouTube and seeing who's on, and I hit pause on the killing as soon as I saw Betty was live. And as soon as I clicked on it, the second that I clicked on it, I knew Betty was drinking, because she hides that hate face a lot harder. It's a lot more difficult for her to hide that hate face. You know, that mean face. She's mean, y'all. Betty's a mean drunk. And I think this is the thing, man. This is what y'all gotta understand. So, like, people act like, well, you know, whenever that person drinks, man, they get mean. No. Mean people have a harder time hiding who they really are. They become, what it does is it affects your judgment. Yes, alcohol affects your judgment, but it also affects your inhibitions. Okay. So therefore, if you're somebody who sleeps around when you drink, that's because you're a horny, fucked up person. It doesn't mean that you're fucked up because you're horny. I'm sorry for wording it like that. It just means that you're a horny person all the time, and your inhibitions stop you from going around and fucking every single person that you see, right? But if you are a horny person and a drunk, well, you're more likely to sleep around with more people. Therefore, if you are a violent person and an angry person, when you drink, that's more likely to come out. Now, if you're a happy person, you're more likely to laugh and be silly. You'll probably be annoying as shit. Because, dude, there's nothing worse. Like, that's the thing is I do streams on here where I'm drinking. It does happen. Like, it does happen. Right. And most of the time, like I look back on it and I'm just like, oh God, Jesus, you know, because I imagine being a sober person listening to somebody who's drunk, and it's really annoying. Like, if you're a bartender and you're sober, that's why most bartenders who do really well drink on the job. Think about it for a second. Like, they'll do shots, they'll pour you a shot, then they'll do one with you and be like, this one's on me. And they keep just enough of a buzz going to where they can relate to their customers and be that awesome bartender, right? Because otherwise, drunk people, especially in mass, are super, super annoying to a sober person. Super annoying. But again, it's the inhibitions. It's the inhibitions. Right, Catherine, there's a good example too. There's a positive example. And I'm not saying, I mean, you know, if somebody drinks too much, the fucking liver's going to go. It's going to suck. You know what I mean? Drinking's just not good for you. I'm not trying to advocate for drinking at all whatsoever. What I'm saying is nobody ends up doing something and they're like, that's why it's never an excuse. Oh, I was drunk when I did this, or I was drunk when I did that. Like, no, you were probably angry too. You know, if I've ever lost my temper drinking, I'm never going to be like, well, it's because I was drunk. You know what I mean? I'm never going to say it's because I was drunk. No, it's because I was angry, and then being drunk didn't help holding that anger back. So people don't get to use the excuse, oh, I was drunk. Like when a guy cheats on his girlfriend, you know what I mean? Or his wife, babe, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I was just drunk, you know? No. Like, that's why it's an adult beverage. Because you're supposed to be a responsible adult when you drink. And that means making responsible adult decisions when you drink. And so my point being that y'all, we saw a Betty burrito. All of these ingredients just wrapped up. We saw a Betty burrito under the influence of alcohol there. And it was fun. It was fun to experience it. And I gotta say, honestly, like, I mean, I know that I was like doing a character or whatever. But I know that she would have never, ever been interested in having an actual conversation with me. And I would absolutely, and I think it's kind of sad. Now, was it funny? Fuck yeah. Was it fun? Sure. Absolutely. But it is kind of sad that the only way that I could ever have a conversation with Betty is I have to manipulate her into having one with me, right? I have to flatter her. I have to fake some fucking accent. And I can't just ask her straight up questions about why she does what the fuck she does without her getting defensive and pissy. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Because the truth is I would have rather, even though this was extremely entertaining, I had a ball doing it, right? Even though it entertained the fuck out of me, because I like making crank calls and I like trolling people. It's just fun. I would have rather, with her and a few other creators as well, I would have rather just had a straight up conversation. I would have rather been like, this is the Glairer, Will, and I just want to know if you actually have the guts to answer direct questions in front of your own audience. I would have loved to have done that. I would have much rather have done that. And the offer is still on the table, Betty. Because I know you're listening to this. I know you are. She's not just egotistical. What's up, Makeup Mobster? See, another example. I got a lot of pushback. Not the last live I did, but the one before that, because I had JLR's ex-girlfriend allegedly on my channel, and I was drinking when I had her on the channel. Right now, did it affect my behavior in any way, shape, or form? No. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I'm fully aware of everything that happened. I'm fully aware of how I treated her. I was absolutely disrespectful to her because she came on my channel and agreed to come on here, and I booted her off once I got sick of listening to her bullshit. And I don't regret it. I honestly don't regret it. But every single person who had an opinion about that has a valid opinion on that. Every opinion is valid. And the opinion that, hey, that wasn't cool, what you did, that's valid. And I understand that. It doesn't mean that I regret it because I acknowledge that people feel that way. I just feel that people have a right to feel that way because it's not untrue. Was I rude to her? Yes. Did I feel like she deserved it? Also, yes. Am I maybe justifying being a dick? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's that level of ego that maybe we all can't have, that we can't pass that threshold, you know? But yeah, in my own mind, I'm absolutely justifying how I treated her. But Makeup Mobster is a creator that I respect and like a lot. And she called me out on that in my comments, and rightfully so. And that's another example, because Makeup Mobster has also made it very, very clear on her channel that she just can't stand hearing people who are drunk. And I think that played a part of that too. You know what I mean? The fact that I had been drinking and that I was doing this, and then I treated somebody this way. all of that probably affected her negatively, and rightfully so. So that is something that I would apologize for, because we don't know people's, I don't know Makeup Mobster's past or nothing like that. All I know is that it makes her uncomfortable. She said it on her channel that listening to somebody drunk, it just bothers her. She can't stand it. Right. And not only was I drunk, and obviously drunk that night, but I treated someone like shit. Right. Now, did I think that they deserved it? Yeah. Yeah. But I fail to consider drinking on here and having a good time, how that might affect someone that listens to me and shows my channel love and that respects me. So Makeup Mobster, I apologize to you for that. And anybody else who felt that way. And I mean that apology. Like I truly, truly mean that apology to literally anybody who felt in some way, shape, or form triggered by that. But I promise you, it wasn't alcohol driven as to why I felt the way I felt about this person that I was talking to and how I ended up treating them. That has nothing to do with it. No, I mean, and I'm not trashing Bullhorn Betty for drinking when she was on there, but I am making the point. It does affect your inhibitions. It can and very will affect your inhibitions. And we just saw this woman, like, that's my new nickname for her, Betty Burrito. All of her issues wrapped into one Betty under the drink, exposed, put out there for the whole world to see. Betty's just got anger issues, and everything that she's doing in her life and publicly, because she makes her life public, is based on anger. I don't think it's because she drinks. I don't even think she drinks that often. If I'm being honest, by looking at her and watching her on that stream, I don't think that that's a regular thing for her. I suspected. I kind of, more or less, dabbled with the idea that she drank on a very regular basis, but I honestly, I think that at one point she did. Or she's just the kind of person that she doesn't drink often, because every time she does, she makes a complete and total fucking train wreck of herself. Pugs, I agree with you. The Betty Burrito, y'all. I mean, she's just mad, dude. Like, and it's so crazy. If people like had the guts, seriously, like I truly believe this. I mean, because it worked for me. Again, I don't share this glare shit because it's like, this is what you need to do. I'm gonna write a book, buy my book, blah blah blah. No. It's just something that was personal to me. I wrote down some shit and decided to go by the shit that I wrote down. It made an acronym, and then I used the acronym as a channel name because it's personal for me, and that's it. And it works for me. For me, I'm not saying it'll work for anybody else. I'm never going to sit here and be like, you need to do this and you need to do that. But I truly believe that if Betty just took those steps of taking accountability for her actions and using that realization, once you take accountability, like, fuck, how does that affect other people around me? How does my behavior affect other people around me? Fuck. It'll create this thing of self-awareness, and then in turn will cause her to manage her behavior better and stop being so self-centered and egotistical by playing victim all the time. Like, that's what she hides behind, from not having to say, to stare herself in the mirror. What she clearly does is blame the rest of the world for her shit. I literally became, under the influence of alcohol and making a crank call, I literally became her ex to her. That is fucking crazy. And I don't mean she's crazy. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, that's fucking mind-blowing. Think about that. Under the influence of alcohol, by making a crank call, by receiving a crank call, she just got taken right back to her ex. And I was her ex. She called me her ex. That's why I didn't marry you. That's why you're my ex-boyfriend and not my ex-husband. What? What? That is somebody who clearly has deep-rooted anger issues from personal trauma. And I believe that at least in some of those situations, because we're not getting the whole story. You know what I mean? There are 3 sides to every story, people. Right? We hear this all the time. Her side, his side, and the truth. Right? So I'm not saying that the dudes that she was with in those police reports were angels. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're innocent. But she's the one that had the cops called on her. She's the one that got arrested. She's the one that in the police report, she threatened, yelled, cussed, threw up a scene. And I can see her. I'm going to do something here because, and this is something that I've never done in discussing her charges in the past. I can see her being not a victim, but somebody who was with somebody who is just as much of a piece of shit as she is, right? Somebody who is just as shitty, probably just as abusive for all we know. So she may not be lying when she says, I was abused. She may have been. But the problem, Betty, and I'm speaking directly to you, the problem with that is all your charges, on top of the fact that we just keep seeing consistent abusive behavior come from you on YouTube. On YouTube. Do I think that maybe you took a couple of punches from a man? Probably, yeah. Do I think you're the type of person to stand up for yourself and fight back? Absolutely. I will not take that away from you. But do I think that you are an abusive person by nature right now? Due to God knows what. Now, whether you want to use the excuse that you were abused, that's cool. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because you continue to say, I was abused, I was abused, I was abused. Fine. But yet you have yet to acknowledge or to take accountability for your abusive behavior towards others. I'm not talking about your exes. I'm talking about you and people on YouTube. You abuse your subscribers, Betty. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go back and watch one of your lives where you're booting somebody off simply because they said something that they disagreed with, that disagreed with anything that you were saying. Just go back. Go back to what you consider to be a troll. Did I troll you? Yes, I was absolutely a troll when I called you. I absolutely was. No doubt about that. No doubt about that whatsoever. But not everybody who disagrees with you is a troll. Exactly, Hugh Janus. Just fucking own it, man. You know? Like, if you want to be a supervillain, be a supervillain. You know what I mean? Like, just be like, fuck it. Just be straight up Megatron or Cobra Commander. I want to take over the world. No one will stop me from getting all the power. Right? Supervillains never have any like real agenda other than like just being the most powerful. Every action that you take is somebody who just seems only interested in being as powerful as possible and more powerful than others. That's supervillain shit, man. You know what I mean? So at least just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I am a shitty, abusive, fucked up person. Like, Critical K couldn't even do that. That's what blows my mind. She was the most likely. If there was any creator that was likely to be like that, it was K, man. Like, because K behind the scenes was totally like that. She would say in text messages to people like, you need to just fucking do what I say and take everything that I say as gospel because fuck you. You're stupid and I'm smart. And sometimes she'd blow up. You know what I mean? Sometimes she'd blow up like on Alive. But behind the scenes, she was always like that. Always. So just like, you know what I mean? Like, at the very least, if you're not going to change for the better and use your platform to do something productive, set an example, because think about how inspiring that would be, man. Like, there's not much to me. I'm somebody who admittedly used to be a complete and total piece of shit. I just stopped being angry. That's what happened. Now, do I get angry sometimes? Sure, of course. Do I get annoyed? Easily. Easily. But I'm aware of this side of myself and I keep it at bay. To where I am conscious of the type of environment that I create around myself. Oh, Evelyn Stevens, my background is blasted all over YouTube. I did like a fucking 5-hour live with somebody where I talked about everything that is none of your fucking business because somebody from my past decided to come up here and hook up with somebody who didn't like what I say on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not afraid of my past, and I'm not afraid of things being dredged up. I will admit to the things that are true, and I will deny the things that are false. Because my image on YouTube is a what you see is what you get type of policy. That's important to me. I expect people to be honest with me, and the only way that I can respectfully and realistically expect people to be honest with me is if I'm honest with you. That doesn't mean that everything about my life is your fucking business. I'm not asking you shit about your life. But when you break the law and you get arrested, your environment has a right to know what you're capable of. You fucked up and you hurt somebody and you paid the price for it. And part of that price is for everyone around you to have the right to look you up in a computer and go, that person did that shit because they got caught and they got convicted of it. Or they just got arrested for it. They got charged with it. I mean, those actions are, you know what I'm saying? Like those records that you're so upset about that people are digging up on you are simply choices that you made. They're nothing other than that. They are choices that you made. They're just on record for us all to see. And that lack of courage to just be able to go, yeah, man, I was fucked up and I did that shit. It took a long time to fix myself, but you can't even do that. Because just because you may have changed your behavior as far as the things that you are charged with, like maybe you don't get behind the wheel of a car and drive under the influence of alcohol anymore. Cool. Maybe you don't do that. Maybe you don't use cocaine anymore. Cool. Maybe you don't beat men anymore. Cool. Yet you go on a social media platform, and when somebody does something that you don't like and calls you out on it, and then challenges your credibility by showing facts about you that are public info, you want to go real life on them. You want to go after their families. That's abusive behavior. Fire back, man. Just do what I do on here, man. You don't see me doing that shit. If I open my StreamYard link, if I do that and you come on here, I am subject to whatever the fuck happens. You know what I mean? Like if I do that and then I get trolled, and it's actually happened where I'm just like, fuck, man, they got me good. They trolled me good, man. That was a fucking troll. It's actually rare. What's really funny is I welcome good trolls. If you're going to troll me, do a good job. But your ego can't handle being trolled. It made you angry. You went from this weird transition from horny to angry from a troll call. Those are deep-rooted issues that need to be fixed. Those are the issues that you got to work on. If you fix that shit, the rest of the shit will follow. Your channel will flourish. People will be like, I love Betty no matter what content she ever does. I'm just here for Betty. It'll happen. I promise. People respect self-awareness. But you want to go for the low-hanging fruit. The low-hanging fruit, that, as you like to put it, of subscribers that have their own lack of self-awareness. And then they subconsciously relate to you. I'm a victim, even though I did fucked up shit, but I'm the victim. I get it, Betty. Just like you. I'm just like you. Take my money. Yeah, it's like, dude, hate videos happen, dude. I get flattered when people make hate videos about me. Like, I think they're great. If they're done well, you know what I mean? Like, I get mad when it's like some fucking idiot and then like they get 100 views on it. And I'm just like, man, fuck. You know what I mean? And here's Betty getting fucking like review videos on her. They're not even hate videos. They're not even hate, right? I don't know anybody that makes videos on Betty that actually hates her. You know what I mean? And yet she's mad about it. Like, she's mad about it. That's crazy to me. If somebody made a fucking video about me and it got like fucking 3,000 views, I'd be like, man, that's fucking awesome. But I would also make me think, well, fuck, if 3,000 people are interested in how and why I should be hated, why I should be not hated, but I should be criticized, well, fuck, I got to do some looking in the mirror, don't I? You would think that would happen. Connie, yes, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think MGL is capable of any emotion at all whatsoever, actually. If I'm being completely honest, I think she's just like this fucking just voided soul. Like, look at the shit that's going on with this dude, right? What's his name? And I don't mean any disrespect because I'm having a hard time remembering his name. Because I did a community post because he is a part of this community, and it sucks what happened to him. Doug Live Northport, right? So there's this guy, Doug Live Northport, and I don't know the story, and I don't need to know the story, guys. I don't. Please don't email me with this whole. I don't even need to know who the creator was that did it. All that matters to me is that it fucking happened. Here's my opinions on that, because I don't even know what happened. I know that this creator was somebody who covered the Gabby Petito case, and a lot of people liked him, and somebody attacked him in real life. Another YouTuber hurt him physically. That shit's not okay. That shit is never, ever, ever going to be okay. And that's why I made that post. But since I'm up here and, you know, since I'm up here, I might as well go into that. I might as well go into how I feel about, because I mean, fucking Betty, from what I understand, this guy was at the fucking hearing that Betty showed up just to be on camera, get footage. She took some weird, fucked up selfies with the Petito and Schmidt's backs turned to her camera while she took selfies with them behind her. So fucking weird. Like, this is a family that lost their daughter via murder by someone who told her that they loved her. And all they're trying to do is get justice. And you think that they are cardboard cutouts in a wax museum that you can take pictures with and use as content. That is shitty behavior, Betty. That is insensitive to that family. Extremely insensitive to that family. Just because You think that running up behind them and hitting them with a brick is what you would consider hurting them, as opposed to what you actually did. Yes, what you actually did is hurting them. It's hurtful. Is it the same as hitting them with the brick? I don't know. I don't have a fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a scale as to what's more hurtful or what isn't. The point is that they're both hurtful, and you shouldn't do either. Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you think that family, you're sitting there and you're acting like, well, I'm in support of them. I blew through a bullhorn in front of the laundry's house for days. I'm on their team. No, you're not. They didn't ask you to do that shit. Those people didn't ask you to do that shit. But then, like, and you think because you did that, because in your mind you justify it because you did it for them, which you didn't. You did it for you, to gain subscribers, to make a name for yourself, to become infamous. Because you follow JLR's stupid fucking example. Dude, JLR is a fucking dipshit, dude. Let me show you guys how much of a fucking dipshit that guy is. Like, I'm just going on a rant now, guys. Sorry about that, but let me look this up. Look at this douchebag's fucking community post, bro. Like, this is what's going on with this Doug Live guy, right? Again, I don't know who this guy is. I wish his family the best, but you know what? Here's a fucking novel idea, right? Let me share a novel idea with you after I read Jonathan Lee Rich's fucking post here. Praying for Doug Live Northport. I've known him from the times outside the laundry home. I plan to attend the arraignment of the guy who assaulted him. Okay. So what we're seeing here is just, okay, I sent the guy a message. There's no reply. Like, look, that's a fucking Facebook Messenger message. There's no reply, but he's bragging that he found the guy on Facebook, basically, and claiming to know the guy, right? Ooh, opportunity. Everybody on YouTube's talking about him. Betty got like 8,000 views because she did a fucking video about this guy, even though she was in the same fucking room with the guy and didn't know who he was at the Petito or at the laundry's dismissal hearing. Like, and then he says, and then what he says here is I plan to attend the arraignment of the guy who assaulted him. Oh, great idea, dude. Guys, this is Jonathan Lee Rich's AAK JLR, and I'm here to perpetuate the very cycle that went too fucking far when a YouTuber went real life on another fucking YouTuber. Jonathan Lee Rich's JLR. Like, why would you do that, dude? Other than clout. Why would you post a picture, a screenshot of you sending a guy a message who has no interest in replying to you? Like, and that's the example that Betty always follows. That's her. She's like, JLR, JLR, JLR. That's all she fucking talks about. And even he's creeped out by her. That creepy motherfucker is creeped out by her. That's what blows my mind. If you watch footage of the two of them together and she's drinking, like she tries to get kind of cozy. She doesn't actually touch him, but she tries to get kind of cozy more or less in some weird like way, and he's just always super standoffish. Like, nope. Dude, like, I don't understand these people, dude. And so you've got MGL doing fundraisers for this guy. Like, dude, this guy didn't ask you to do a fucking fundraiser, bro. And I know your reply would be, oh, well, it's not. That's the point, is that he didn't ask us. And so as a community, we came together and did something nice for him. No, dude, you did something that's going to make him more uncomfortable, because his family's wishes were, to my understanding, we just want to be left alone and let Doug recover in peace. Please. Because I don't know if it's so crazy to think, guys. Just bear with me on this wild thought. This is a crazy. It's an epiphany that just like lightning hit me. Maybe the reason why they asked for peace on YouTube is because YouTube has them understandably freaked the fuck out right now, because it was a YouTuber who attacked their loved one. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that's the case. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm stupid. That's how I know MGL's actions are absolutely and totally self-serving. That's how I know that Bullhorn Betty's actions are absolutely self-serving. That's how I know that JLR's actions are absolutely self-serving. Because if you were actually looking out for the family, you'd honor their fucking wishes. You would understand that the last fucking people that they want helping them right now are YouTubers. YouTube is not the whole world, people. JLR, you were a jackass. Bullhorn Betty, you're also a jackass. Molly Go Lightly, you are the biggest jackass of them all. I don't know, man. People are fucking stupid, dude. Y'all are crazy. Not you guys in chat. You guys in chat are lovely. I love you guys. Yeah, trauma. Yeah, let's take a trauma and pimp the fuck out of it. That's all that shit is. Nobody asked you to fucking do a fundraiser. Shut the fuck up. Like, dude, the proper thing to do is, maybe write a community post, I'm not saying that you should. I did, because he's a fellow YouTuber, and I keep hearing about this thing that happened, this horrible thing. And from what I understand, it was due to being doxxed. So I wrote a community post because I feel like that was the responsible thing to do with my platform regarding that issue that many of my subscribers were talking about and aware of. But I mean, I'm not going to do these live streams about it. Like, you know what I mean? All I'm doing now is just talking about how people who are in the same position that I'm in are doing that exact crazy shit. And why? Because it's not for the family. Because if you're thinking about the family, you would just simply do what they ask. It's not even really about class. It's just about decency, man. It's just about simple decency. Like just fucking, like there's, dude, somebody like Molly Golightly, I think she has somewhere around like 50,000 subscribers. Like, dude, you could fucking talk about anything. Just stick to being a fucking drama channel, dude. Just stick to fucking trash talking Laura. So many people will fucking listen to that bullshit. Why can't you just respect this family? Leave them alone. Quit bringing them more attention. They don't want the attention right now. The attention hurt their loved one. And I'm not saying that's what happens when you're on YouTube, because I'm always going to advocate against doxing. That's why doxing is fucked up. But that's what really fucking blows my mind is the people that I have spent months calling out for doxing and showing them on camera, on their own cameras, doxing people. I spent months doing this, and these people are advocating for this guy somehow and against doxing. Are you fucking serious, dude? You have the audacity to sit there and fucking make a video against doxing because of what happened to Doug when you guys are the worst fucking doxers on YouTube, because I've spent my content for months exposing you as doxers. Doxing shitbag assholes. And then you have the nerve to throw a fucking fundraiser for this guy? Coming from you? Dude, it's like when I talk about cooking, folks. You guys, those you listen to me, you guys know how I talk about cooking and how I describe it as like this fucking really great energy that you put into something. You know what I mean? Like that energy of feeding other people, man, like giving them some nourishment. That's what I get. What I get out of cooking, right? For other people, I love like them taking that first bite, you know, and being like, "Damn, this is good," and enjoying something that gives them nourishment. I love that feeling because there's a beautiful energy in that, right? What do you think the energy is behind you throwing an unwanted fundraiser for a guy when you are a person who is known for doxing and going real life on people? Throwing a fundraiser for a guy who got physically hurt by someone because of YouTubers going real life when you guys are infamous for going real life on people. What kind of energy is behind that fundraiser? Think about that shit. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to end my rant. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July weekend. Oh my God, I'm so excited. You know, I'm a patriot, man. Like, dude, 4th of July is easily one of my favorite holidays. I love, like, if you notice, neighbors are all out. They're interacting because everybody's setting off fireworks, man. If you live in the right kind of town, I just moved to a town that I believe is just like that, man. They got their little red, white, and blue banners that are hanging off their houses, man. It's super awesome. I really, really adore 4th of July. It is Independence Day, people. As a patriot, I love that shit. It is the day that we stomp the shit that we put on paper, that we stomp the shit out of those redcoats for trying to inflict tyranny on us on our own land. Technically, it's not our own land. We actually fucking stole that shit from other people, which is fucked up. Not okay. But we created an idea. We were the first free country, man, where we could do whatever the fuck we want. We could say whatever the fuck we want, and we were willing to die and kill for our right to do and say whatever the fuck we want. That is dope. Now, I admit there's a lot of bad history with it. I get it. But the idea behind being an American, what's on those documents, what's on paper, is what matters to me. Because we can live that way. We can live independently and fight for your neighbor's right to be independent as well. The 4th of July means that freedom and independence is something worth dying and killing over. Sorry if that sounds crude, but yeah. Don't come into my house, try to tell me what to do. You know what I mean? And I will always feel that way. I've always felt this way, and I will always feel this way. And for those of you who disagree with me, I will fight and die for your right to disagree with me. I love you guys. We will do this again very soon, my friends. You guys have a great holiday weekend.